Yeah, I'm Mac. I've been away since the fairly early 90s. And an invitation, I come back and forth, I live in the Midwest now. It's always good to connect here, and it's wonderful to listen to each of you, beginning with Jake. Each of you were speaking for me in a whole variety of ways, except Art. That was not an accusation. What I said was that it was a mark of genuine respect on my part. Clearly, it came very clearly to me a number of years ago when I was working with Art that curiosity is the antidote to judgment and to prejudgment. And that art more clearly than anybody I know offers the model of that for us. And as I co-taught with him, my mind was always loose, making judgments of that. Screwed up. And Art would ask, well, yeah, but what is that about? What are you doing? Where are you going? What are you going? So that, in some ways, to me, is the core of our community, is curiosity about where we're coming from, what we already know, what we need to know, how this particular individual could know. I've always known that I was okay and almost bright. But most people around me did not hold those beliefs. And so school was an incredible struggle. School was an awful struggle, beginning with first grade. And so my reason for being among you is to encourage ourselves to start where we are with who we are, and to realize that among us are a number of people who are almost bright. We haven't heard from you. You came late, so you have to tell us who you are. I'm sure you're all right.
I'm going to be all right.
What are we doing?
We don't know that. Here's what I think we're doing. I think that we're just checking in and introducing ourselves and saying why we're here.
Okay.
And so,
Okay, well, I'm Buzz. I'm Buzz Kellogg. Howdy. And I'm agoraphobic student. I teach in Hutchins, and I have for the last 15 years. And Eric McGuckin, who is now my fearsome leader, and I had offered to write a chapter on what we do in Hutchins in terms of this interdisciplinarity and the seminar style. And I'm responding to the invitation to be here. That's it.
I need to hear from you behind the camera. It's your turn, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't understand. You know it doesn't work like that, Chris.
No. Christopher Gonzalez. Nice to meet you. I'm a TA for Sandy Stein. I've taken, thus far I've taken Psychology 250. I've been a TA once. Last summer I took Person in Society with Sandy Stein and Skip Robinson. Excellent course. I am a TA now with Psych 483. I've taken 490. I may be able to do 482, and I'm not sure how many more versions of being a TA there are.
Do you have anything to say about person-centered learning? Why do you keep coming back to be a TA?
Well, I think I'm a psych minor. I'm not sure. I may have signed up for it, otherwise I just like it. I just like it a lot. Sandy Stein has an excellent teaching style, and I guess since you're behind the camera, I can say this with third person.
Be careful.
Instead of second person. So I guess it's the classes and style of teaching that keep bringing me back. Okay.
I came to this school in 1978. Well, I graduated in 78, came in 76, and worked with Nina Menrath, and Red and Mac were here, and we're sort of waltzing in and out with the expressive arts program. And I focused on the art therapy part of it. But it was absolutely the presence of them and the other old guard who were standing up for humanistic psychology that knocked me out of my very conservative Republican socks and put me into a profoundly liberal, for the rest of my life, ecstatic, open-ended life, wondering what happens, with curiosity. And so I have everything to give back of blessings to this school, and particularly to this department, and how it nurtures the soul of the person to really find out who they are and do what they're passionate about. And so to be able to do my master's in psychology without having a psychology background or an studio art background, and then have a 25-some, almost 30-year career in art therapy and helping that profession to grow has just been the cat's meow. I mean, the most profound of mysteries and what comes when you stay open. You know, you're not caught. You're just, oh well, what's next? And then it appears. So, thank you. Piece of the pie.
Well, actually, a question. You keep talking about this thing called person-centered learning. And some of us know what it is, and some people, I think, are just sitting here going, what? I don't understand. So what is person-centered learning?
As I understand person-centered learning, it takes the focus off of what you're learning and puts the focus back on the learner themselves. If I am in a class that is person-centered learning, it feels to me that the focus, the emphasis, isn't so much on the book and the material, but more so what that material means in my life. And so it's, instead of it being if you'll pardon my brutality with this, but it's not mindless regurgitation of facts, it's true internalizing and restructuring of personality based on the information. And so it's not about taking a test and being able to list all these names and dates. It's about taking a test within, finding, is what I'm learning true for me? Is it not? How does it affect my life? How does it mix with my life? Where is it in my life? And it seems to me that works better for me. That's how I kind of view person-centered learning.
That's a really good definition.
Thanks.
I could add to that in terms of the master's level of learning, because even though the art therapy program is structured because you have certain requirements in order to become a professional art therapist after you graduate, say there's 15 students in the circle learning together, it is 15 different people whose needs have to be met, who need to face the challenges of their own past, of their own character, if they want to transform into becoming therapists, servants in the temple for other people. So it's a very deep, intense, one-on-one process between teacher and student at the same time that a body of knowledge is being integrated for professional purposes.